Well, joining us today in studio is Alon Wald from Ammunition Hill, the historic battle site from the Six-Day War that's being transformed into a modern educational center. He's here to discuss an exciting initiative called Adopt a Liberator, supported by Jewish National Fund USA. This initiative aims to preserve and honor the legacy of those who fought for Jerusalem's reunification while creating an inspiring educational asset for future generations. Alon, thank you so much for joining us today. Glad to have you here in studio. I'd love to start by asking you about the historical significance of Ammunition Hill and why it's important to tell this story and preserve the legacy.
First and foremost, thanks for having me. Ammunition Hill is a battlefield, intact, exactly as it was 57 years ago, when the paratroopers of the IDF stormed inside, facing one of the toughest battles the paratroopers ever faced during the 77 years of our existence, against all odds. Outnumbered, with no artillery support, no intelligence, no aerial support, they came out victorious, and it's considered to be the pivotal battle that paved the way for the reunification of Jerusalem. And the bereaved families decided not to allow this place to be demolished, and it evolved to become an educational asset for the years.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about the three brave individuals who fought on Ammunition Hill and how this initiative is honoring their legacy?
They are part of an amazing generation. They fought, they won, they united Jerusalem. But as far as we are concerned, they became our adopting fathers. This amazing generation literally adopted us, the kids of Ammunition Hill. I lost my father there 57 years ago, without being asked. When all of the nation was marveling the reunification of Jerusalem, they reached out to our mothers, to our families, making a vow that lasted until today. I lost my father, but I have gained 10 amazing idol figures like these three men, and we owe them so much. All through the years, they gave us the core values they stood for, not only as soldiers, but as human beings. We are losing them on a yearly basis. So we decided to reach out the last 4 years with the blessing and the support of Jewish National Fund USA, urging students all over Israel to adopt a liberator that lives in their proximity. Three of these guys are members of the kibbutz in the Gaza envelope. They were supposed to start this initiative soon after Sukkot, October 23, but they were abducted. And the kids were waiting for them for more than a year. Eventually, all three of them, liberators of Jerusalem, brave fighters, warriors, lost their lives in the tunnels where they were murdered by the Hamas. Normally, we adopt a liberator, but with their absence, we decided, with the blessing of the Eshkol region mayor, Michal Oziao, she's a good friend, we decided not to give up and to preserve the legacy with the widows, with the family members. The kids literally explode on this project, and it's unbelievable because they are able to study about their past, to be engaged and to be committed, and they will help us to preserve the legacy of these amazing grandfathers who lost their lives, but their legacy did not start, nor did it end in the Six-Day War, and we owe them so much. And these kids, even as we speak, are recording their memories, the memories of the family, scanning everything the family gives them. Eventually, everything will be brought back to Ammunition Hill for eternal preservation. And this is a thing that we are doing every year now. And there's no time to lose because they are all these people, and we need to catch them when they're still available.
Absolutely. How can people or other organizations, how can they get involved in supporting this Adopt a Liberator initiative?
Reach out to Ammunition Hill. Every high school principal can choose one class. We have sufficient funds from Jewish National Fund because they realize that what we do means so much to these kids who study about their past. Reach out to Ammunition Hill. You can find us over the internet and say we have a class. They are committed, and we will give them the funds. We'll give them everything they need to preserve the legacy of a local talent, a local grandfather. Some of them are very modest. Some of them initially were reluctant to take part in this initiative, but once they heard the naive questions of these kids, they gave them everything they have in their guts. Some of them said to us, these kids scanned in my drawers things my kids will throw away after I'm gone. Thank you so much for letting me share my memories, my findings, my legacy.
Well, we are almost out of time, but I want to ask you, in the long term, together with JNF USA, what is your vision for preserving this historical site?
Not talking only about death and sacrifice and winning. We're talking about preserving the legacy, the widest common denominator of core values we all stand for: bravery, leadership, courage. These are values that we can share with kids and tell them you can be brave tomorrow morning without sacrificing your life, without going to any war. And kids believe in what we do. And thanks to Jewish National Fund USA, I can resonate these stories all over the world. I'm an Israeli guy. You should have heard my English 12 years ago when these guys said to me, go overseas, share these stories and this vision. This is something that collaborates amazingly with the efforts of Jewish National Fund.
All right. Well, we are out of time, but thank you so much, Alon, for joining us and for the important work that you're doing to keep these stories and these memories alive of the heroes of our nation. Thank you.
Thank you.